feedback as I'm tapping back in. So we did just witness a pretty big team fight, power one out, as you guys imagine. It was a 1-for-1 trade, and of course Merlini was just explaining that 1-for-1 trades are pretty decent for Rattlesnake. They will have Radiance finish right about now, but LGD is looking to win a big team fight, and they should take a Rex. They need to take a Rex right now. IC was the person that died in that team fight, and they only got a wisp out of it, but still, 1-for-1 trade is still good.
They need to get the jump on Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake, every time they've won the engagement is mostly when they get the jump on LGD, whether it be Song of the Siren or just catching one person out of position. I think that LGD needs to either get the relocate gang with the epicenter really going, especially without a Lincoln's or BKB on a Naga Siren. I think they can burst her down, or they just need to get a swap initiated in or a Shadow Blade into a scythe. The Shadow Blade scythe with the global teleport is just such a powerful tool from Nature's Prophet. I didn't see Pycat utilize it too much last game, hasn't been utilized this game, but it's just a great potential for picking off kills. Again, they are having a little bit of trouble finding Rattlesnake though. Currently, they're just using the Naga Siren Radiance illusions to farm out right now, and none of them are actually out in a dangerous position.
Yeah, it's 5-man ancient time here for Rattlesnake. One thing that you do have to be somewhat worried about the way that Naga farms like this is that he's not going to have any levels. He's level 12 right now on a person that's going to be accelerating into creep kills. Unfortunately, those creep kills don't give him any experience, so it's going to be somewhat annoying for him to deal with. Also, you see some players pick into a Soul Ring to kind of help with mana. He does have a bottle and an urn, so maybe that's not going to be his item choice though.
And Marana going a little bit of a different build than last game.
BKB.
Only picking up BKB, that's different. He went Shadow Blade into Mantis style, into Butterfly, and a gem as well. I think they still do need a gem versus this Weaver.
Do they not have a gem?
Oh, they have one gem on Sand King.
Okay. Like, we are very deep in the game right now, and they definitely should have a gem. I guess the BKB is quite well warranted on G.
There's a BKB on Vengeful Sphere too.
Yeah.
My goodness.
I'm not sure whether this one is needed, but the more the merrier against all of the magical damage that's available on Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake is just magical based right now. They don't have enough to physically. I guess Weaver does some.
Well, it's really good versus the way that Rattlesnake have been initiating. They just walk in with Earthshaker during a Song of Siren and drop a call down, and if you can prevent that Echo Slam burst plus the call down, they can turn around and team fight.
I don't think that for them.
Yeah, I don't think the pipe will be enough just because that is huge amounts of burst. Wow, another BKB from Nature's Prophet.
Jeez. I think they're planning to all use all these high charge BKB and just basically go for the one big team fight victory and just go for the win. There is a point booster on Weaver. Is this a Hex or is this a Lincoln's? A Manta?
Well, you said point booster on Weaver?
No. Ultimate Orb. Sorry,
Ultimate
that's what
Orb.
I meant.
Okay. Probably a Lincoln's. It blocks the Sand King stun, which is amazing. Blocks Nature's Prophet ultimate, not so good. Blocks Side of the Vice, which is also amazing.
Magic Missile.
Venge stun, amazing. And I guess that's about it. They don't have any 4 stats right now that can proc it. Pycat has 2,000 gold. I think a Veil will probably be the best choice because they only have one PKB up on the team.
Long range arrow. Scouting it out.
Scouting it out. Nice try. Nice try.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of technical difficulty, so I'm not sure if people are able to keep track at home. Hopefully, our in-game observer are still doing that for us. But we have not forgot the journey that we are going with G in terms of his arrow accuracy.
So there is the second T2 tower down. LGD has taken a commanding gold lead, 15,000, but nothing totally insurmountable. Rattlesnake holding on. They're caught back up in kills, kind of 17-10 in favor of LGD, and still next Roshan respawning in 2 minutes. And LGD really has to be prepared for this one though, because the last one Rattlesnake could just kind of turtle and take fight just because they simply have the Aegis and then delay for the Naga Siren's Radiance, and she could farm really fast right now. She only has 1,200 gold after the Radiance because her area to farm is really limited with the constant pressure out from LGD, but one big team fight for Rattlesnake could completely change this game around.
I'm extremely impressed with the way that they another miss arrow. I'm extremely impressed with the way that LGD is dealing with these Naga illusions. They just kill them on sight, and because Naga's not exactly at max level, she doesn't have really tanky illusions as a result. And they're not really farming too much. You're not getting the last hits. You really need like a vid booster on Naga Siren for this strategy to be truly effective. And hopefully for her sake, she's working towards that.
And doing a little bit of dewarding action on the side of LGD. They're finally prepared for Roshan. I like this. They gave up the first one for free. They know that they shouldn't give up the next one. They have a gem. They put an observer here 1 minute before, and they are a little bit ready. Although I would have liked the observer ward a little bit to the east to take out the ancient spawn that Rattlesnake has been abusing the whole entire game. But, oh, actually, that observer ward just got dewarded with the Visage Familiars.
Now, I'm actually not sure whether the Radiant could actually go into the Roshan pit. Keep in mind that the Rattlesnake could wait till the Roshan gets low.
Yeah, the
Come in with
Song of
sleep,
Siren is way too strong for that.
Oh, Lamb, gotta be careful. You don't show yourself when you're playing like this. Also, Lamb, again, very, very big factor is that his levels is quite low. Like, I'm not sure what Lamb could do.
I think to secure a very safe Roshan, well, first off, they need to apply split push pressure to top, force Rattlesnake there because they are not good at fighting without 5.
But so, can you split push against a Naga like this, though?
Yeah, I think so. I think that Prophet has enough items right now. He is huge. He is 2780 gold. I'm looking at net worth graph right now. He is at 18,600. He is almost double the Naga Sirens. So I think they should just push out top with Brax and him try and play safely. They do have a gem, so he has to be a little bit careful, but they have to stick around as 5. Notice, again, Rattlesnake Vision, 5-man, whole entire game, and if they can force him away, take the T2 tower out on bottom, and then just apply pressure on top, force him away from the Roshan pit, and just try and sneak it in. The only problem is they don't really have the burst damage. They don't have any minus armor besides the Vengeful Spirit Wave of Terror, and no medallion, and no damage item yet on the Nature's Prophet.
I'm getting a little bit of HP on the mid lane, still pushing out the top as well with using his illusions. Mirana there to clean things up, and again, they're now assuming a very kind of offensive position next to the Roshan pit. And the Radiant, are they going to allow this one to be done? They do have this tree and to scout things out. Definitely what you have been suggesting throughout this entire game. Keep scouting, making sure you de-ward properly. They're not going to go in to take it. I don't think they can, and they definitely don't think they can as well. Weaver up to about 1,600 gold. Weaver up to 2,600 gold. Naga up to 2,000 after picking up a Vid Booster. So now a lot more effective in his play of kind of delaying the game, drawing out the game. And again, I think Rattlesnake can win like this if it goes long enough.
So G is pushing out top right now, and the question is, are they going to notice that Naga Siren is outside of the base? He's going back to heal right now. They have no way of knowing, and they are drawn away from the Roach Pit right now. They have a small window to go in right now. Are they going to take it?
There's a tier 2 tower right next to the Roshan pit on the bot lane, so I'm not really sure. Again, it's like you said, they don't have enough damage output.
MKB on Gyro, he's getting farmed.
Yeah, he's getting some items. I mean, both Gyrocopter and now the Weaver can't be ignored. Naga Siren really can't be ignored as well. We're not seeing what we saw a lot out of Zenith, which is like Naga Illusions chasing after supports and picking them off the Radiance, because these supports are fairly tanky, but eventually that's going to happen because Wisdom's actually quite weak here. The Legion's going to come in and do a little bit of extra damage here, and they're forcing out mech usage. And again, they're slowly pushing out top, pushing out mid, and pushing out bot.
Yep, stalemate, and it looks like there are the Visage Familiars from the side of Rattlesnake. They are fully prepared to scout out this Roshan pit. Both teams not wanting to give it away, but neither team strong enough to take it either.
What is exactly the point of contention here for both teams? Rattlesnake, they just want to stay alive, so they're just trying to avoid.
They're just trying to farm it with Naga Siren and Gyrocopter. They have the better late game.
Yeah.
And looking at the lineup, Potom versus Weaver and a Gyrocopter and a Naga Siren,
Right.
they
So
can delay all they want.
why isn't LGD like putting a lot of pressure on the
Well,
bot
they
lane?
don't even have enough. They don't even have enough map control.
Arrow, that's gonna be a long one on Luo. Do you relocate on top?
Oh, is he gonna swap him?
I don't know. He does have backtrack, so just a nice arrow that can hold him off, and that's a tier 2, the last of the tier 2. I think this tier 2 was fairly important for the Roshan engagement. We keep saying how important it is, so that's not a irrelevant pick off. But the mid equilibrium getting on the tier 1, man, they haven't even lost tier 1 mid. That's how far ahead, and now they're thinking about the Roshan.
Oh, they see the bats. This is important. They actually need these bats down so they can take Roche.
Well, are they going to rescue the bats? Illusions are going to be coming out from the Naga Siren. The Sprout comes in, giving a little bit of sight, and they're all going to get destroyed. I'm not too sure whether... Oh, yeah, no, those are on cooldown, and they're now starting to work on them.
Okay, so now they need to send Naga Illusions in so they get vision. It's really important to keep vision up.
They know they're doing it, but they just can't challenge.
Right, and... I mean, this is a big loss for Rattlesnake. Not just giving up this agents for free. I think that they are strong enough to take it out right now, or even if they aren't, they need to contest this, because I think LGD.int can just kind of zerg down this tower with mass buybacks, with the relocate, with the Furion Global TP with the Aegis. They have a lot to burn through. It looks like LGD is making a move.
Yeah, I
the
mean,
mid tower.
they have sleep, so the fact that they didn't take a fight at all just shows them how weak they are. And again, LG says, we have the Aegis, but we're not going to make use of it. And I guess if you're Rattlesnake, you say, well, I guess there's no need to fight for the Aegis because they're not even going to push with it. It's just like kind of 200 gold for each player. And I don't think gold is going to be the point of contention. 20 gold. 20,000 gold lead for LGD.
So there's a data list out on Brax right now. They really need to wait for buyback on him, as well as on Mirana. She looks like she's in very nice position for gold on that. Sand King actually has a Shiva's Guard. So I think they can take a T3 tower. They need to push out the lanes. They have the Nature's Prophet who is so good at doing that. And once they do that, they can probably force the issue. But I think they need to make a move soon. Even with this gold deficit being 25,000 right now, I feel a little bit of the pressure on LGD.int.
Well, I'm not sure. Lamb does pick up the heart. They do smoke up. Let's see what they make of it. Again, they got to be watching out about things like swap, relocate epicenter. They would not find anybody to as they roam south. And I think LGD roaming close to the base. If they catch the tier 3 and nobody's actually in position to defend, they could just pick off 1 or 2 in front of the base and just win the game right there.
There's no buyback on the Naga Siren, no buyback on the Gyrocopter. If they pick out one of those 2 heroes, it might very well be GG. So they are knocking at the door of the throne right now, taking out that tower, and
here comes
there's no glyph. They're coming from behind.
Yep, let's see who they're going to get right now. Pycat's blinked out again. So BKB's going to pop, and he's going to be right-clicking on Kabu. 2 hits. Kabu, I see in big trouble as well. It's going to 3 or 4 hits on double buyback coming out, or should be. Where's the Gyrocopter? Brax is low. Got to focus him down. Naga, get in the fight. Nobody focus him down. Brax is still okay. Weaver trying to do some work. He's going to go back. Meanwhile, Neil trying to be on the run. He's also going to focus down by G. What is Naga doing? Naga's going to pop the sleep in the very last moment. You got to go for the Brax kill, right? You echo him.
Buyback, though.
Well, you do get him killed. Force out the buyback. Brax is now going to rejoin the fight. Epicenter being channel, and I think that's it. That's just too much stuff. Too much resources coming out from LGD. Relocate even back. Somebody.
Brax was just too big. He just straight up man mode the Gyrocopter right there. And I mean,
he killed the Earthshaker in 2 hits as well, so that's just insane. And now the last line of defense completely breached. These illusions trying their best to hold down. Shiva Guard even pop out to kind of break down all those Naga illusions. And Midrax is going to go down, and I do believe yet another lane is going to go down as well. Weaver, everybody's back alive very, very soon. Let's see if they can hold the bot racks. If Dire could win a team fight right now, there's no epicenter. There's very little ultimate left. So swap and Hex. Luo's going to get all the way back out, though. But look at the right hit from Brax. Jesus. Brax is just killing them, calling down. They're going to get a kill on Misery at least. Yes, IC is actually going to flacking away, but Brax doesn't care. He's just killing everybody. Where's actually the soul assumption and everything else in the Misery? But Misery had Aegis. He pops the BKB. He's manhandling, or is he? Misery's going to go down as well. A successful base defense.
They lose a gem?
If you could call it that. I'm not even sure how successful the base defense is, but they pick off a couple guys. They're still alive.
That was
okay.
That was okay. It could have gone a lot worse for them there.
They could have lost.
I'm actually curious as to why they gave the Aegis to the Vengeful Spirit. I think it would have been a lot better, perhaps on the Furion, Cellular Midas for that, or even on the Sand King.
Furion's backing door.
Yeah,
teleporting
he's
up top.
So big right now. I actually underestimated his damage potential with that overcharge from the Wisp.
Overcharge, Midas, Shadow Blade, a ton of attack speed to kind of crit with, and just straight backdooring your racks.
It was also very nice sprout on the Gyrocopter there. He popped his BKB, but he was still trapped in and able to be focused down. They don't have any force staffs on the side.
He could have flacked it. He did flack some, but after the flack was done.
Yeah, but not being able to run away is a big deal.
Yeah, that's definitely
I mean, Brax just destroyed him in that.
Well, I mean, does this change the position of this game? I think Rattlesnake is still very far behind. It's not like they use any kind of critical buyback on Naga or Weaver or anything like that. I don't think it changed much at all. Like, Rattlesnake is still going to play the exact same way they've been playing.
The problem is that, I mean, with the next Aegis is almost guaranteed to be GG, and that is coming up in just about 5 minutes time. I hope they give it to a more important hero than Vengeful Spirit.
Well, you're saying as if LGD have earned the right to those Aegis.
I think last time with the split push.
True, that's definitely it. But last time Rattlesnake didn't even challenge when they had Naga sleep. I think they could actually at least try to challenge it.
Yeah, again, I think they should have done it for last time. It's just it's like it's almost guaranteed to lose a Rex if you just give up a free Roshan at this point in the game. Again, they have the better lineup, but you have to take some risks sometime. Well, maybe that's not the philosophy, the mantra of Asian teams. No risk, no reward, though.
There's no risk being taken on either team in this game. As G is working towards that butterfly, that thing is almost being finished.
China has taught LGD.int well.
I guess. The fact that they're in the loser of Alienware World Cup may not be it.
There they go.
BKB's going to be popping. They're actually going to go right in on Icy. BKB's... Oh, they do swap him back, and Icy has to fight his way out. The Sprout ground target. Nicely done here. Misery going to be okay as well. Misery being level 16, having such high level swap is such a big deal here.
Gyrocopter, no buyback. This looks bad.
They have Naga sleep. That's some seconds.
Oh, relocate being used to heal up G. He does have buyback, but looking to play a little bit safe here. Misery about a half HP. He is probably the biggest leader in danger of dying.
Nice here. Just getting any item you could get right now to end the game.
Take off that Naga net.
I guess. My ice is on Pycat right now.
Yep, he is in position for a huge epicenter.
Arrow, not going to land as well. I don't even know where we're on the arrow count. Maybe we'll get a final count on arrow a little bit later on, but LGD looking to win the game now. Mid is being
Weaver trying to split push.
Yeah, Weaver doing a very good job split pushing. Up to 3,000 gold as well. That's his buyback. That's his hex.
Oh, they ping on Kabu.
Arrows gonna hit on Kabu right now, and he's gonna get magic missile, and all the nukes is gonna go on. Oh, Song of Siren just a second too late. Kabu, does he have buyback? He doesn't. And once the Song of Siren's out, oh, BKB swap, Lamb hexed up as well. He's got buyback, epicenter being channeled, and that's going to be going on everybody. IC doesn't have too much to do, but the right clicks from G as well as Misery is going to burst him down. The arrow dead hit, but BKB blocks it, and they will bring down Lamb for a second time. I think we are going to see a GG very soon as Brax
GG
triple
comes
kill.
out from Luo. Well played by LGD.int. So it looks like
really
Rattlesnake's
well
going home, or just staying at their computers and out of this tournament.
Out of the tournament, I do have to say that Brax, very impressive performance throughout all of the game.
I think it's better than Pycats.
Better than Pycat. Throughout all 3 games, just play absolutely brilliantly.
Yeah.
On
Bruno mentioned him as a wild card, and they really did ride on Brax's performance. I would say he slightly overperformed. I mean, he was good. Overperformed. Better than expectations.
Oh, I see.
I saw his lifesteal the other day. He just kept going on this Razor and just getting owned.
Yeah,
like that was like I was like, come on, Brax, you know better than that.
It was matchup disadvantage. But
So let's pass it to our panels. See what they have to say about the game.
Yep.
Is there such a thing as overperforming?
I guess you can overperform if
Never
you.
heard of
It's
this
like
before.
overclocking your CPU, something like that. I don't know. I mean, he did play well.
Yeah, he absolutely did. Listen, I got to stand up for my man, G here. He's
Okay.
taking a lot of flame. Wayne Gretzky, famous quote, "You miss 100% of the shots you don't take." He took the shots, and he missed a lot of the shots.
80% of those shots, but he hit the key ones.
But he hit the ones that counted. At the end there, hits a nice arrow, jams
Yeah.
it in, as the saying goes.
Do we have a final count, by the way?
K-Poptosis, where are you?
Because I mean, I imagine people started playing this drinking game, right?
Yeah.
And now it's. I have to break it up to you guys. I have to be honest.
Okay.
I wanted to play the drinking game, but I decided not to.
James, however,
Well, yeah,
took it to heart.
he's already lost there. But
He had a little too
I chose not to because I have a drinking problem.
Oh.
Whenever I try
sorry to
to
hear
grab
that.
a drink, sometimes I spill on myself. It's a problem I have.
That's such a next level joke. It's so next level that was previous level. I don't know.
It's kind of like a
It goes around the
kindergarten
circle. Well, I
things
mean,
you have to endure with me here.
What?
I can't believe I had to endure that joke. Oh, Bruno.
Anyways,
But LGD, I almost want to say dodge a bullet here.
Yeah.
Getting past Rattlesnake. Rattlesnake, probably a team that hasn't been at their strongest yet, but they came out fighting today. Even though they go down, they made a good run of it.
yeah, I mean, it was an interesting series. I stand by my point that Rattlesnake played to very defensive, very reactionary Dota.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a sign that you're not doing things very well. Because when you're playing like that, you're playing to the mistakes of your opponent.
Yeah.
Not to take it. I mean, there were many mistakes in terms of arrows shot, but not much more than that, right? I mean,
Yeah.
the relocate epicenters were on target. The Naga Siren from Rattlesnake. Well, I mean, there were some things that were okay and were not, but in the end, LGD.int ended up showing that they are a contender.
It seems like LGD kind of, I don't know, sort of understands their weaknesses almost. Like, they know they're not that good at breaking the base. It's been a problem for them. So they've been doing what I guess Merlini was calling just over farming at times even. But in this
35,000 gold.
Yeah, 35,000 gold lead. Originally they were on the record as saying that you need 20,000 gold to break the base. And well,
they bumped it up to 10,000.
There's the LGD.int factor apparently, which is just add an extra 15k to that, and then you're good to go.
Well, one other problem with that is that they had to pick so much early game. They only had Potom for late game, but she's pretty good early game too. They had to pick so much early game, and because of that, of the weakness of their late game heroes, they have to have items to compensate.
No,
for the
they had Brax. Brax was all the late game.
I mean, he's Nature's Prophet though. He doesn't scale as well with items as, let's say, Gyrocopter, as Niagara Siren, as Alchemist.
He gets a ton of gold.
So let me ask you then, Merlini, Lumi, do you guys think that they can match up well against these top Chinese teams? If you play that safe, that defensively, if you give them that much time, even if they're down, can't they come back against that?
Absolutely not. I don't think so. I don't think they can match up versus at least a top 4 in the upper bracket. The DK, LGD China, maybe LGD China, but not V or IG.
I think they definitely could snowball very well, and they showcase kind of all 3 games. But what they have really big problem with during mid game, when the game gets a little bit more slowed down against a DK against LGD China, they're not going to give you those tier 2s, and I don't think LGD.int is equipped to take those tier 2s right now. So.
I also think that Rattlesnake was really slow on rotating, and they knew what they were going to do. They did pretty much the exact same thing they did the first game, and they still didn't react. Earthshaker was a little bit slow on moving around, and I think that the really top tier teams will be prepared for that before it happens.
Yep.
You can't do it after the fact. It's too late by that point. You already gave up first blood. Earthshaker just running into the jungle and just getting straight up stunned.
Yeah.
You know that can't happen, and I think the better teams will not make those sort of mistakes. They'll be more preventative instead of reactive, as Bruno was talking about, and they'll be able to mitigate the early game damage that their lineup will enforce and just not let them snowball.
And I think the other interesting thing that comes out today is we saw this from MUFC actually yesterday, where they're picking Wisp Prophet. Oh, actually, yeah, it was today. Jesus.
Yeah, these are weird when you live in this schedule, but
it feels like another universe.
Yeah.
Before James unleashed himself on the stream, but that Wisp Prophet opening, we saw MUFC turn to it twice. Didn't work for them. For LGD.int, worked a bit better, but it feels a little. I mean, when someone opens like that, what's your first reaction as one of these teams? I mean, you see them go with Prophet, it's like they've laid all their cards on the table.
It's. I feel like they're putting all their eggs in one basket when they're doing that.
Yeah.
It's like keep on picking and just go for a Tinker as well while you're at it, right?
Right.
It's a lot of split push, a lot of just like global control of the map. The problem of that lineup is that if you can play as 5, which is something that Rattlesnake did well on game 1.
Right.
You just go and team fight. I mean, they will by nature have to be split. And yes, of course, if you team fight and if you take so long and you're not executing properly, then the split push might punish you by, let's say that Nature's Prophet will take 1 tower out of you. But if you have a very good team fight composition that can transition into pushing, and there are lots of heroes that can do that, then you're just saying, okay, I will play this lineup and I will just make 2 of your heroes irrelevant. Because Wisp, very nice for pickoffs, but when you're playing 5-man Dota,
what does that actually do?
Nothing.
Very little unless you're ahead.
It allows you to split push.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is one of the benefits about Wisp, and that's why he's so strong against 5-man push lines. You can constantly split push, and with that Furion, you have constant pressure on your towers, and they're so limited on farm because they have to go back and defend, and they have to retreat as a team, as a 4-man team, and they had to stick together as a ball the whole game. And even though they came ahead on a couple of team fights, the goal graph just kept going up to that 35,000 mark that LGD apparently has a new benchmark for.
They've broken a lot of records today. Arrows missed. Gold needed to break the base.
32,200 gold, do you think?
Bad jokes inspired towards Bruno.
Yes. Apparently I got an 8 in creativity.
Yeah.
So I should have
we need the Bruno hexagon. We'll have to prepare that for next time, I think.
Yeah. We'll see. Anyways, next time. What will be next time?
What's our schedule?
Yes.
LD?
Please, LD.
Tomorrow we're going to be playing our upper bracket round 3 matches. It's going to be it's Navi versus IG. That's the second match, and
DK LGD China.
DK LGD China.
Jesus.
Oh man.
That first matchup is. I mean, the second matchup everyone knows. There's lots of story about that. I mean, we can talk ages, but that first match is something that I really like. because these are two teams that have a history of being very patient,
Yeah.
if you want to call them that
Lumi's
way.
gonna like these games.
That was very magnanimous of you, Bruno.
Yeah.
Almost respectful.
No, I mean, I was in the wrong. LD showed me the way. I thought they were boring. He told me, you just
Yeah,
watch.
now he loves them. He wants to. You're going to cast all of their games from now
I'm
on.
going to cast all of the games.
And
yeah,
you're going to
yes.
like it.
Yes.
All right. you're not gonna
Absolutely.
like it.
But anyways, I think that these two teams are substantially different. I don't think that they both play the same kind of passive.
But they're both Chinese,
Yeah, Tongfu is as well, and they're not passive at all. What's the point?
aren't they? All the same.
Don't put
No.
words in my mouth that I
No?
never
That's
said.
racist, LD.
Yeah, Jesus. Next time when the Korean teams appear as well, will you say they're farmers as well? Just
No, they're all micro masters.
Micromasters.
They're all going to pick Meepo.
I like the name
Sure.
Micromasters.
It's actually
Yeah.
a good name.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Lego brand.
What about Japanese?
Japanese don't play Dota.
Yeah.
Kawa's our resident Japanese expert, actually. So
They only play
he
Street
knows a
Fighter.
thing or two
Yeah.
about that.
Anyways, no, I really think they play different. I think that DK is more deliberate,
Mm-hmm.
and their passive playstyle is more of a. We know exactly the timing when we have to attack because we're stronger. While LGD China is like, let's build our advantage until it's so big that we stumble upon victory. You know, like, oh, they initiated on us. Let's just throw things in the air, click people.
You know,
we won.
You know, I this was actually what I was talking to Bruno about during the break. Is I completely agree that's how they've been playing recently.
Yeah.
That was not how they played during the G1 League Season 4 on en route to taking
the second
championship
place.
there, second place there. No, they finished. They beat DK. They
No,
took the
sorry, yeah,
championship.
G1 League 4. I was
G1
thinking
League
G1 League
Season
5
5, yeah.
is LGD second place, right?
Yeah, second place there. That is not how they played in in G1 League not in the LAN event.
In the
but
qualifiers.
In the qualifiers.
Yeah.
It was always Xiao 8 going mid as a Beastmaster, a Templar Assassin, Queen of Pain, these strong game controllers, Templar
Right.
controllers, and he would just have a good start and just go ganking, and he wouldn't stop. And it was like every gank was like clockwork, but they don't quite have the mojo. I feel like this team is just sort of rattled.
Maybe Xiao was channeling his
Maybe
trying to search for a proper girlfriend now that he has it.
you know, I have a theory.
Okay.
It's Zhao Ji. It's her fault.
It's
I'm
her
probably
fault.
not pronouncing her name right, but it's her. You know,
Yeah.
IX Mike tweeted about this.
Do you think?
Women are distractions.
Women are distractions.
boot
But what a
camping.
nice distractions they are.
He's boot camping. He says he refuses to meet women. He won't go out. It's a
Jesus.
problem.
I have to teach something
With
to
that
kid.
stash, how can you waste that?
Kid, you have to do something with your life. It's not all Crystal Maiden.
See, our-
LD, you
our,
can-
Our Asians wouldn't know anything.
I
about
know-
that.
I know what you- I
They've
ex-
never seen a mustache before.
I was gonna say, LD, you can teach him a thing or two about not meeting women.
Oh.
Just kidding.
Ouch.
Oh.
Ouch.
You know, I think it's
That's
an
a low
Ix Mike
blow.
thing. It's because he plays hard support, and if you think about it, all like at least more than half the women in Dota are support players. I mean, sorry, women in Dota are support heroes. So that came out really wrong.
We're not sexist here. Right?
Support heroes like Crystal Maiden, Lina, Windrunner can be played as a support.
But
the
what we've
more-
learned today is that Ice Frog is a dirty, dirty sexist.
Shame on me. Him.
Queen of Pain?
Queen of Pain,
Yeah.
yeah. Support
Luna?
Queen of Pain is a blinky
Luna?
Venomancer.
Luna carry?
Templar Assassin.
Lena carry?
Templar Assassin. There you go.
Templar
Lina carry.
Assassin's very
Phantom
managed.
Assassin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phantom Assassin is kind of like she needs
She
levels.
prances around. You know?
Yeah.
Doot, doot.
Surreptitiously.
What?
She
I thought we were talking
whispers
about
to
her-
you.
them being carries.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. This has gotten very sexist. We're going to wrap it up here before we get into too much trouble. So
Yes.
if we have the schedule ready for tomorrow, Kevin? No, we don't have the schedule ready. All right, we'll show the bracket one more time. Upper bracket round number
Wow.
3
There we go.
is coming up. And it's going to be DK versus LGD China. That one will get underway at, oh God, wait for it, 15 SGT. And then we'll have IG versus Navi, the International 2 Grand
Wow.
Finals rematch at 18 SGT.
Also the group stage rematch.
Who cares about that? In all seriousness, though, IG took care of business when they played. 2-0 versus Navi. You got to figure Navi's out for blood now.
I mean, Navi always does that. They did that in International 2 as well. Their group stage was meh.
It's actually pretty awful, and there was some contention,
Yeah.
some dissension within the team. Then they put it all together.
They put it all together. But that's how they roll. It's like, well, group stage, if you think about it, if you get first place like IG and DK did, well, it's kind of like a couple days of relaxation and taking
Yeah.
it easy. But for